my name is April Angela Pisigan and I am the reporter of Designing and Managing Services, Characteristics of Services and its Marketing Implications. But my part is only marketing implications. So, ano nga ba pag sinabi nating service? What is service? According to Philip Kotler, service is a performance that one party can offer into another party that is essentially intangible. When we say intangible, hindi siya nahahawakan. And it does not result in the ownership of anything. Its production may or may not be connected or may not be tied into a physical product. Pwedeng walang physical product, pwedeng connected din siya sa physical. Ano nga ba pag sinabi nating service marketing? What is service marketing? Service marketing is a marketing based on relationship and value. It may be used to market a service or a product. This is most commonly used by companies that sell to individuals. They research consumer behavior to create advertisements that appeal to certain demographics that allows the company to narrow the marketing focus into a consecrated effort. So, in most countries, services add more economic value than those in the agriculture, raw materials, and manufacturing combined. So, there are different characteristics of services that greatly affect the marketing programs. The IIVPL: inseparability, intangibility, variability, perishability, and lack of ownership. What is marketing implications? Marketing implications can be positive or negative. So these are the conclusions that can be drawn from the businesses even it is not explicitly stated. Kahit na hindi sila sabihin, sila yung marketing implications, sila yung mga conclusions, sila yung mga mangyayari. Yeah. First is intangibility. So services are intangible unlike physical products. They cannot be seen, tasted, felt, heard, or smelled before they are brought. So example, a person who is getting a facelift, they cannot be seen the exact result before the purchase or before the receipt of the service. As well as the psychiatry patient in the psychiatrist's office, they cannot see the exact outcome before the treatment. The implications to this is that intangibility presents problems in that the consumers may experience difficulty in understanding and knowing what is the difference or what is an offer before or even after the receipt of the service or after the purchase, after they are brought. A challenge for the service provider is to know the extent of intangibility and the management action for the service to be more tangible. First task implies resort to some sort of measurement. Then second task, it involves the marketing programs to make the service more tangible. Like having a brochure na may ibigay mo dun sa consumer na gusto na interested or gusto dun sa services mo para mas maintindihan nila kung ano ba talaga yung laman ng service mo, kung ano ba talagang magagawa mo sa kanila. So, the lack of physical evidence, ang kakulangan sa physical evidence increases the level of uncertainty. So, ang gagawin, service marketing program therefore involved in reducing that uncertainty, like by adding more physical evidence and the development of the strong brands. It is interesting to note that pure goods and pure services tends to move into a different direction in terms of general approach in intangibility. Ano ba ang sa service marketers? Service marketers tends to add tangible evidence or tangible elements dun sa kanilang physical product, while those products or product marketers, they tend to augment their products for them to sell into a certain consumer. While yung mismong service marketers, ang ina-offer nila ay service para makuha yung service sa kanila, nilalagyan nila ng tangible elements like yung mga brochure, yung mga papers na nakalagay na yung services nila. While in the product marketers naman, they tend to add intangible elements like the after-sales service and the improved distribution. Second is inseparability. So inseparability is also known as simultaneity. It is a feature that complicates the task of the professionals while marketing the services. What is the difference between goods and services? When it comes to goods, goods are produced, sold, then consumed. While in service, they are sold, produced, then consumed. So, therefore, proper selection and training ng service marketing personnels is a must. So, kailangan ang makuha mo is well-trained and those who has the ability to market their service very well. So, sinasabi nga po nila, consumption of service is said to be inseparable from its production because producer and the consumer must normally interact with each other for the production or for the service to be realized. So, kailangan talaga ng participation ng producer at saka ng consumer. Both must meet at a time and a place that is convenient to each other. Kailangan mag-agree sila kung saan ba nila gagawin yung service at kung kailan nila gagawin yung service. In order that the producers can directly pass on the service benefits. Some services may be produced and delivered kung nasaan yung ating customers, like yung mga carpet cleaning, plumbing, yun, yung mga ganon. Pero some services naman is nagagawa ng within written communication, like yung mga distance learning courses, home banking, yung mga nagtuturo sa ibang bansa na through video call, through email, through, yun, dun lang sila nakikipag-communicate and they can render their service, then the customers will give them the payment. And whatever the extent of contact, the inseparability of services and production remains. Yun na yun, hindi talaga sila pwede mag-hiwalay. The example to this is simply the doctors. They cannot render their services without the involvement of their patients. Hindi sila pwedeng mag-render or gawa ng kanilang mga operations, hindi na kayang mag-check up nang walang involvement ng patients, nang hindi nila nakikita yung patients. That's the very simple example of inseparability. Due to inseparability factor, customers form their opinion services directly to the service personnel. They also form their expressions according to the surroundings where the service is provided. So, they tend to equate the service quality to the service interaction. Third is variability. In the production and marketing of physical products, companies have increasingly paid special attention when it comes to consistency in quality, packaging, pricing, feature, and so on. An unavoidable consequence of simultaneous production and consumption is variability in performance of a service. So, the quality of the service may vary depending on these four: who provided it, how it is provided, when and where it is provided. And this four is highly variable. Now, the implications to this is that the companies or the firms may take 3 steps. First step is recruiting the right service employees or right service staffs and providing them an excellent training. This is crucial regardless of employees, if they are highly skilled employees or low skilled workers. First is recruiting right employees. Second is providing them excellent training. Third is developing customer care programs and systems. So, reducing variability involves determining the causes. Para ma-reduce mo yung variability, kailangan alam mo yung causes nito. It may be due to unsuitable personality traits ng iyong mga employees, which is napakahirap namang i-determine, napakahirap namang i-evaluate dun sa selection stage. Because when you're in the selection stage, nagsaselect ka pa lang, you cannot see the performance, you cannot see the exact trait of that employees. So, yun, mahihirapan ka dun. And when the trainings, program, systems is hindi talaga siya effective, if it is ineffective to those employees na kailangan ng trainings na yon, then you have no other choice. You have to decide to terminate his employment because that certain employee, it decreases your quality of service. But some have argued that yung replacement of labor, yung i-replace mo yung mga tao mo with the automations, with the machines. Variability impacts customers hindi lang yung sa outcomes but also in the process of production. And because of this, so it can be difficult to carry out monitoring and control to ensure the consistent standards. Fourth is perishability. Services have high degree of perishability. They say that unused capacity cannot be stored for future use. If services are not used today, they are lost forever. For example, yung mga empty seats sa planes, hindi mo pwedeng ipagbili yon. Halimbawa, walang nakaupo. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, bilhin na nila yon or ipoprovide mo na yung service na yun para sa kanila. At hindi mo din naman pwedeng i-transfer yon for the next flight. Similarly, yung mga empty rooms in 5-star hotels and credits not utilized, this is the best example na yung mga service leading to economic losses. If capacity far exceeds demands, it may cause to losses. So, the perishable and unstorable characteristics of services accentuates the risk and uncertainty of the business. So, as a combined effect of perishability factor and fluctuating or increasing nature service of demand, marketing has to face problems in production planning, capacity planning and scheduling, pricing. Fifth is non-ownership. So, unlike physical products, consumers cannot secure their ownership of the service. They only pay for the service for using it, not for owning it. Again, the hotel room is the best example for this. The lack of physical ownership makes it harder to sell the services. Even companies do not own and control services like they own those tangible products. It is because service delivery depends on human interaction. It is the human interaction between the service provider and the customer, consumer, or client. You can avail it only in a specific period of time, but you can't own it. You avail it, then it's over, unless you pay again.